I may have put this one in my intake form. Here's another hard time I went through. My little brother passed away unexpectedly, November 27th, 2021. I was at the gym working out, and it was a Saturday. I got a call from my mom at 11:48 a.m. She goes, and we had been over there the night before. My brother and his wife had spent the night. She goes, Ian's been unresponsive to CPR for the last 10 minutes. The paramedics are here working on him. I let out the expletive, and she said, yeah, can you come to the house? So I drove my 2007 4Runner like it was a Ferrari. And we went up there. They pronounced him dead at the scene and then got a pulse via epinephrine. And, so it was an induced pulse. His heart stopped 2 more times in the ER. Once he got to the critical care unit, his brain went without oxygen for so long that it was swelling down into his brainstem, into his spine. His autonomic nervous system was shutting down on its own. And at 27 years old, his wife had to be the one to make the call that, comfort care only, which is a fancy way of saying pulling the plug. That being said, all of these tools were integral in that. My sister by this point had become engrossed in this work as well. And when she walked into the hospital, I gave her a hug. I was like, they're going to need us. And anytime somebody would start sobbing that day, because it happened multiple times, I would walk over, I would hug them, and I'll just breathe low and slow. And this is one of my favorite tricks. Somebody's crying, just hug them and keep breathing. Because sooner or later, the crying comes down. Then they just kind of goes to a whimper. And then before they know it, all of a sudden, they take this big, deep breath. So that, putting that story in there, because my brother was the guy that I always went to. He was the one that I would talk things out with. He was always the middle guy, the middleman in a situation. He could see all the sides of everything. And I'd talked with him multiple times in 2021 around the gym's burning me out. It's not the thing anymore. In brick and mortar fitness, people aren't getting the whole picture. They want to come in, sweat, and leave. They're missing big, big pieces of the journey. Less than a week prior to my brother dying, my head coach had quit. And then after my brother passed, we were getting pictures together for his celebration of life. I realized, well, I'm not in these videos because I didn't go on that trip with him and the boys because I was running a gym. I'm not in this picture at his celebration of life from his 25th birthday because I left early from that party because I had to wake up early and run the gym the next day. And that solidified it. So I chewed on it, right, for most of December because some of his friends were still coming to my gym. His wife was still coming. I was thinking of them too. I was like, well, what if I shut this place down, this and that? And every one of them resounding, do what's best for you. So December 27th, I posted our members Facebook group and I said, hey, we're done at the end of the year in 4 days. It's been a fun run. And that was the most freeing drive home I've ever had. And since then, I've been working online, been working with Austin, and doing all kinds of fun stuff.
Wow. You started with, first of all, I'm so sorry to hear about your brother. It's got a tear in my eye because of one of the details you shared. You shared 11:48 a.m. You remember the exact time. I remember the exact time my mom called me when my dad passed, 7:06 a.m. on the day after Memorial Day, 2005. And, for that, I would say kind of two sides. That was the worst day of my life in the moment, in the real time, in the real moment. Incredibly, incredibly horrible day. And as you would say, I would go back and look at, what are the positive things that have come from, my father's passing. And there are a number of things that I can say he instilled in me that actually make me a better human. And it's upsetting to say that it took him passing away for me to realize some of these things. And many times we learn and through pain, but I'm feeling with you here. And that was only 10 months ago. So yeah. So, I guess I have a couple questions. One question might be, in the 8 years of running the gym, you came to realize that you love fitness, you wanted to serve people, and it's something that you've also got to run a business. So I guess what business lessons have you taken away from this, the running of the gym for 8 years?
One of the biggest for me, because I'm an innovator, right? So give the market what they want. Uh, Over and over again with the gym, I saw something better and I changed something. And then right as people were getting used to that, I changed something else. Then right as people were getting used to that, I changed something else. And I did a relatively poor job communicating that those changes were coming. They would just show up. So when you're in a group fitness facility and things change how they happen over and over again, for somebody who likes to shift and improve, for myself, yeah, cool. For somebody who wants to unplug, not think about things, have the gym where they go to, get told what to do, and move for an hour after work, it was cumbersome at times. Um, in fitness, specifically for business, it's having sales acumen is a requirement.